Yeah, Geno, boy, you did it with this one.
What's good, y'all boys? It's your boy JJ, Big E, and we got TrillTwar back in the building, man. 2Loyal podcast. Thank y'all for viewing. All our subscribers and viewers, hit that like button. We appreciate y'all. I'm gonna just throw this out, man. Mike, I really appreciate you, man, for the birthday gift.
Clean up, man.
Appreciate it, man. And then I couldn't have thought of this. You really hit home. Yeah, for sure. Sugar Mike ain't here with us today, but he's still sending blessings. And he has some duty to take care of. We respect that. Brother still pitched in and helped us out. It's a hell of a gift, man. I really appreciate it, for sure. I'm gonna pose a couple questions for y'all, man. Like, when is enough? The level of humanity. Like, when this shit gonna stop? What do we gotta do to get a change? Like, I know some of y'all probably thinking what we talk about, and yeah, we finna talk about it. Like being black in America. Like,
it's a little touchy.
Yeah,
bear with us.
Exactly. My first thing thinking, like, being a kid, or like, one of the first things our dads and moms had to teach us is like what to do when we see the police. We're in the car, like what's the right action to take? Like what's the appropriate behavior to take when the police pull you over?
And protocol.
Yeah, protocol. That's bullshit. Like we shouldn't have a certain way to bow down or like to a certain way to do something just to have our life at the end of the day. We've experienced some of this stuff, not to the capacity that some people have. And man, I feel like it's total nonsense that we have to do certain things to keep our life, and it's not getting fixed, man. We got to figure out something to better this. The same repeated cycle going over and over and over, man. That's dead, man. We got to figure that out ASAP. I'm not saying I have the answer. Hopefully we all can figure it out. I would love for us to figure something out. I think we can. We made it many times. You know how we do it. Well, I feel like we put our mind in anything, we can do it. With helping anybody as well. But this subject is touchy, but it has to stop. At some point, it has to get some type of, it's tired of the band-aids. We're not putting band-aids over this no more, man. Let's get a real solution and do something about it.
Where it calls healing.
I feel like we've been in the same process, for years and years and years, and that hasn't changed anything. Like all the rallies, all the protesting, like it's shit that we gotta do that gotta change this. Something gotta change it. Like as a black man, you never know if you're gonna make it back home. Like just because you're black, you shouldn't be treated differently by the police. And being that it's just because you're black now, it doesn't matter about your height, your size, anything. Like they're gonna kill you basically. You make a wrong move or they feel intimidated by you, you might not make it home. And that's not to say the least, because I'm a 6'5", 300-pound black man. You're intimidated by me already. So that means I can't make it home. So a lot of things of that nature, I feel like it's senseless killings. Like you have your hands up, you get shot. You comply, you get shot. Like, your back turned to him, you get shot.
What's the right way to do it?
Like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what else we supposed to do at this point. Like,
shit crazy.
Like it is really senseless when it come down to you shooting people with their kids in the car, their wife in the car, their mother standing on the street with them. Or, they calling the police for you to come handle a situation. They get shot at their own house because of that. Y'all breaking into people's houses shooting because y'all got wrong intel. Like, that doesn't make sense to me anymore. Like, it's too many excuses for this to be like, oh, well, we made a mistake. How many mistakes y'all get warranted for?
To get it right one time.
Like, it don't make no sense. Like, we make mistakes and we get bandaged for it. Like, y'all make mistakes and it's like, it's okay, it's the police. They're allowed X amount of excuses for times, and they get like that's not right. We're losing our lives for this. You may lose a few $1,000s. You get paid administrative leave. Like, that's not right.
Suspension with pay and all that. What the hell, man?
Like, not over people losing their lives. Like, it gotta change.
You gotta part of my language, you gotta fuck shit up to really make them see where you coming from. That's the thing. Like, you gotta be violent. You gotta do all this just so we could bring a point across to them. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't have to mess shit up. Burn down stores and all this stuff just to get an answer. A sense of urgency from the police. Then they blame it on us. Oh, it's just they're wild, they're hooligans. You know,
they're thugs.
They're thugs.
They're predators.
Then we get, you know.
Definitely like right there, like that's a whole new ball game. You know what I mean? Like
whole new ball in the court,
man. Alley-oop. But you labeling us, man. You know, like all that, like. I mean, it's like I said, touchy subject, man. Like we can't even walk down with a hoodie on our head. Like you know Trayvon Martin. God bless him, man. It's very unfortunate. You can't even walk in the street because you don't look right in the neighborhood. Like they label us, like in the car, like oh he got rims on his car. Oh let's stop him, let's frisk him, like that right there. You can't do that. In this past few weeks, there have been more incidents. Now, after everything, it's like it's always more incident. And the one with the lieutenant, you know, man, that's. Come on, man. This man serving us, and he still. No one is anybody's life. You can be homeless, you can be a CEO, whatever. Your life is important, but this man is serving this country, you know, and he has the same like a higher rank than our police officer, but he still get treated like a scum and anything like that. And we got family, we got people in the army, like you know, I got Mike. He's serving right now, and he on duty here in reserve. He has to be there. I would lose my shit if that happened to him. You got Joel. You know, I think he's somewhere. Come on, man. Come on, man. He right here, man. Something happened to him that way, man.
Hey, man. Say, man, what's going on? Hey, man, what's up? You know, it's Joel Mott. You know, anybody that know us, you know, these my brothers right here. You know, I had to pop out for my brother's birthday real quick. But yeah, man, being black in America, going back to what he was talking on, I definitely see it. So I'm currently a lieutenant. I'm the same rank as Lieutenant Nazario in the video. Getting pepper sprayed by the officer, and you know, I deal with the same bullshit every day. It's unfortunate because I feel like I'm doing all the right things. What more can I do? I went to college. I got a 4-year degree. I stayed out of legal trouble. I'm serving my country. I thought that's what y'all want, right? Right? The whole Blue Lives Matters. You know, you for the troops, don't kneel. But pepper spraying them in the face.
Exactly.
He compliant, man.
And mistreating them. What happened to all that? I thought y'all was on our side.
Did y'all hear his verbiage though when he was talking to him?
Oh, talk very proper, very
everything.
No,
the police officer
talking his verbiage. Get out, or we said somebody lightning on.
So the lieutenant was like, get out of the car. He said, I'm honestly scared to, officer. He said, you should be.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, what kind of you talking about like that? You should be.
I ain't hear that.
Like, he said that. Yeah, he literally said that. You should be. What did I talk to somebody like you should be? You're not my daddy or something. Man, like grown man, you saying you should be scared? Like that's a threat.
That's a threat. Had I used that, and I'm sure y'all can say the same thing. Had I said something like that to one of my, you know, hell, peers, subordinates, wouldn't matter, I would get fired.
Out of there.
That's a threat.
And then like since we on like the military thing, we think about the other man when the guy was walking on the street, and then what rank is he?
That was a staff sergeant promotable. That was a drill sergeant. Yeah. Like for example, in Fort Jackson as well, that unfortunate event. You know, from my understanding, that's a drill sergeant. And for those of you that don't have a knowledge on the military, like a drill sergeant is someone who trains the soldiers when they first come to the Army. So they're supposed to uphold Army values and standards to the highest, right? They're the best of the best, apparently.
Yeah.
But look at that video and I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I'm someone that works with drill sergeants on a daily basis, so I know it.
So what y'all think about that labeling? Y'all see that, like how they label, like?
It's kind of crazy, man. It's like on first appearance at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be wearing anything. They could be like, nah, he a thug, treat it as a threat. Automatically, like they see a person, they automatically judge that person by who he is, how he conduct himself. Like, nah, he just like one of them other gangbangers. It's weird how they just treat us in general. Like they categorize us in a specific, you know, specific side, specific, like, you know, in a box. Like, you know, they treat everybody in this. Y'all all act this way. Y'all all should be judged this way.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, it's kind of crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't fuck with it at all.
What the whole labeling thing, it's like nothing you do, nothing, you know. Yeah, you could be in a suit and tie at this point in time, they gonna come get you. Like, hey, it's really your skin color. If you black, they see you as a threat, you know, and it's a problem. It's like nowhere you could be at the there's no right place, right time with that. So it is really becoming sad. Like, and you in the Army and they do you like that. That's terrible.
And
like, you good. Okay. It's just like my man, that's a lieutenant. That somebody got like the police and army should be side by side. You do that to that man, don't make no sense. Like senseless at this point.
And then it's a domino effect, man. You know, they use certain like tactics, or they use the labeling, or until like, or he has this on, or just to get the stop. You know what I mean? Getting you, just to get them.
They love to use tent, cause everybody like, oh, your tent. When do you ever get pulled over for tent? You know what I'm saying?
Start stuff, man. Oh, you look suspicious, bro. You remember I pulled up to your house after work that day. Okay, I left college, UCL, go to pick Eric, we finna go to work. I'm in Eric driveway. I see the police. I'm in Eric driveway to pick him up now. Police pull up to my windows down. They pull up. Hey, sir, let me see your license ID. I said, for what? Eric like, y'all doing too much, man. Chill out. I was like, what you want? He like, oh, let me see your license ID. I said, man, I'm parked. I'm chilling, man. What's going on? We can go to work. He like, oh, you like somebody suspicious that we're looking for? I said, well, clearly you right in my face. You see, I'm not that person now because you would arrest me if that was the case. But that's the way to trigger you to do something, or in that way. So then they get a chance to use the police brutality, like, you know, they get to try to use their force.
Search your car,
all that
try
stuff.
to do all that.
Yeah,
nah.
And then like you see with like man, the George Floyd, man, sorry to his family and everything that happened. That's just one of the many instances. Like, you know, a lot of names, like, you know, Breonna Taylor, like the list goes on. Sterling, Castillo, like it's a lot of names. It keep going. The list goes on. Yeah. And then what it does, the police do what they do, and I feel like the civilians and citizens can do what they want to do as well. Like with Ahmaud Arbery and like
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor, like it's so bad the police do this, and then now the citizens get do it. Like, and it's racism as well too. So the
it's emboldened.
Yeah, exactly.
It's emboldened.
Exactly.
Almost empowering them, like.
And they not held accountable. So hey, let's air this man out. Like, come on, bro, BS. Like,
but accountable. I'm glad you used that word, because if I go and steal a pack of gum out of the convenience store right now, 50-cent pack of gum, they're gonna make sure I'm held accountable for that.
Sure.
But somebody could murder somebody, take a life, no accountability whatsoever.
At all.
They get that man to works, you know.
Yeah.
They arrest him, they don't shoot him.
They're gonna make sure
they give him Mickey D's, you know.
And then, like, you know, I said George Floyd, that's a very sensitive subject. I don't want to go too in depth. I mean, all I know that I couldn't imagine, man. Like, I seen the video that's total BS. Like, man, the family, like,
be part of that family and witnessing that and having to go to trial and
trial
living that
now.
every go.
Yeah, so.
It's tough. Heart goes out to the Floyd family, man. For real.
You seeing on film and everything, like, you know what I mean? It's like,
what more do you need?
Yeah,
bro?
what more you need?
You
Yeah,
sitting there and murdering them.
Exactly. Handcuffed, like, come on, bro.
And look, man, I think a lot of times the argument is, oh, well, you know, just comply, or you shouldn't have been doing this. Okay, so I don't know about y'all, but if a person of another race goes and does something bad, as far as like they go in a convenience store and steal a pack of gum, I'm not under the I don't feel like they should be murdered. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, okay. Maybe when the officer got there, at first they ran away, but then they complied. If that officer shot them, even if they don't look like me, I'm gonna still think that's wrong.
Even if they running away, I don't give you cause to shoot them.
Yeah, I don't think it's right that they stole, right? They should definitely be held accountable.
Yeah.
But taking their life is not holding them accountable. That's murdering them.
You're right, for sure.
We have a justice system, I thought, right? Innocent until proven guilty. You break the law, you go to jail. Why is the gun? Why does it stop with the gun?
That system never was for us.
Definitely.
Good point. That's a good
The system that was never for us, y'all, we never gonna be a part of it.
And how they handle arresting them, like, you know, like, I ain't gonna try to put white or black on it, but, you know, when it's not our skin color.
Ain't no choice.
When it's not our skin color, like, other than us, they do the utmost to try to bring them in, taser them, bring in. But for us, they send a SWAT team on us, and it's only one person. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. When the man was in the church and they aired it out, they did all that crazy stuff, but they came arrested.
And they arrested them.
But black people are killed and deceased now. Like that.
They kill people with no weapon on them.
Yeah.
But then people with AKs airing stuff out.
Like they do after you remember after the George Floyd, the one man that came that
Rittenhouse.
asshole. Yeah, nigga come with airsoft guns like through the street. And he just get now, like I said, you know, the police do stuff, so now the civilians what they can do. He just walking down the street with an AK, whatever, Draco, whatever he had, and niggas running around.
No license ID, don't make sure he licensed?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you still can't do that. You can't walk out with a gun like that. Being licensed, you get
Nah, some states you gotta open carry.
Depends if it is open carry.
Yeah, sure, you're right, yeah. But still, when he like chase people down and like, hey, come on now, like
now come on, man. If it was somebody that looked like us, that looked as young as him, whoa, hold on, you look a little too young to be.
Let me see your ID.
Man, we get aired out. It ain't no
ID.
no talking, no ID or nothing.
Put your hands up.
They pulling this shit out off rip.
It's probably a closed casket. Unfortunately, I mean they gonna do what they want.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Another argument they like to say: perception is reality. Well, perception is reality. You can't get mad at us having these thoughts, and I'll go as far as to say is these are thoughts a lot of people who look like us, a lot of people we know share, right?
Yep.
They have the same thoughts, they agree with them. We're just going off our perception. Perception is that being black in America means I don't have the leeway to do certain things people of other races may do, because there's at least 50-50 chance, at the very least, that I might lose my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if I'm doing the right things, if I'm a CEO or a regional manager or a lieutenant in the Army, doesn't matter.
And then don't take things crazy like what we're saying. We're not against the police. We appreciate the service and everything, but there has to be some accountability. And because I know people that are police officers, and I appreciate y'all service. And all police are not bad. There are good police.
For sure.
Yeah, there is.
One thing we do want to acknowledge, there is some good people out there.
So yeah, we don't like. It's for just the bad. Like, it's too much bad out there, you know. But there are a lot of good police officers, and unfortunately, y'all probably get the credit y'all deserve, and get to see what y'all do. But the bad is really outweighing the good. And
At this point.
and it's Minnesota thing. I don't know what's up in Minnesota, but ain't to figure it out.
Yeah.
Minnesota tripping.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
Was it Dante, right?
Right.
20-year-old. It's getting out of hand. Yeah, I don't know what's going on up there. It's
Like a gun and a taser are two different things, bro. Gun is
They
so
weigh the
much
same.
heavier, bro.
They weigh different. They everything.
That Glock heavy as hell.
Yeah.
You would know you pulling that thing from the hip.
And then it's on, like you said, Jay, you pointed out a good point the other day when you said the gun's on your firing hand side.
Right, it's on your firing
You know
hand.
you going there, you know that's
You know, crossbody.
You know it's lethal. You know.
Yeah, like you
Chop
got
us
to go
down,
man.
man.
Yeah.
And she was like a freak.
Yeah, 26 years.
26 years.
You ain't no rook. Come on, man. That's crazy, dog.
You're not walking a beat, like you commanding stuff. I think she was a sergeant, right?
My last point to this is, how can we change? How can we change this? Like, to me, I'm not exactly sure what else we could do at this point. Like, we tried marching, we tried, coming to the, police with reason. We had people have meetings with police commissioners. We had people have, meetings with the president. We had people have meetings with mayors. Like, I don't know what else we could possibly do to mend this fence. But at this point in time, it's like, eventually people are gonna get fed up. People are gonna come, like, people are not gonna keep losing loved ones and be like, it's all right, you know what I mean? We'll just keep taking it on the chin. Like, it's sad to say, eventually people are gonna fight back. And we're really gonna have a war on our hands at that point in time. Like, it's getting to that point to where some people are really feeling like that. Like, you don't wanna, if you can't feel safe around the police, who you really gonna feel safe around? That's the people we supposed to call if something goes wrong. And you don't even feel like calling them because you don't know how they gonna react to something. So
I was their daddy. They had a bad day, so I might lose mine.
And I said, and to answer her point, I know a lot of police officers. I have family that's police officers. I have friends that's police officers. So it's not all of y'all, but it's a, it's a group that's not really like, you know what I mean? It's bad when they come to work. So it's being profiled, it's being labeled, it's all of that. Like, at this point in time, like I said, I don't have no solution for it. I don't know what else we could do.
I don't have a full solution, but I have some ideas, things of how we can do it. The solution is definitely needed, for sure. Like, I think one of the first steps is, this case with George Floyd, set the point now, set the bar right now, man. They gotta be accountable for that. Then the lady, the officer with the mistaking of the taser and the gun. Hey, that's clear cut. Hey, you can't do that. Then the lieutenant. Those instances that, like, they got to be prosecuted, man. Just like anybody else out here. They got to go to court, face the music, and you know, be accountable for what they did. And then another on the flip of that. So you know, like you're saying, the protests, how we do things like that. We've done a lot of peaceful protests. I like that idea. It can be worked on some more. And like for instance, you remember in the lock-in last year with basketball, Jaylen Brown, he said I'm not leaving. If we leaving basketball, go out in the field and let's do something. You know, Westbrook was out there, like, you know, like people that count like LeBron, CP, all them boys, they using their stage. And y'all remember when Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, CP3. And CP, they was on stage and they was talking about cause they the higher ups of the hierarchy of the association, So, but they set the bar then and said, like, hey, we need these changes now. And hey, that basketball make money come in, and you see the NBA got in gear because you know you got rich white owners up here, and they depending on these black players, which you know basketball predominantly black. So you got to listen to these men saying. But I like how they like Westbrook, you know, I got the kicks on right now. You know, they went out in the field, you know, man, like and they did work, man. You know, like people like that I get in the field, like the bigger picture, Lil Baby, like you know the music, that song. And I feel like football, y'all need to get y'all ass in gear, man, cause y'all don't do enough. Like, man, there's so many football, like I'm just gonna name like Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Jalen Ramsey. I'm just saying how big of y'all stature is. If all y'all get together and say we ain't playing, you know, D-Hop, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, you know, all them, but like,
it's different for them, man.
It is.
The only reason why I hate to say that is it do with their money. They not guaranteed, like but that's a lot of their problem because it's like. The NFL isn't like the NBA in the sense. The NBA, like, even though, matter of fact, when we were watching I Am Athlete yesterday, last night, they last episode touched on that. Like, you know, how, basically what you just said, like, Brandon was talking about that. Like, you know, how certain players don't do that. And like Chad said, it's because the NBA is guaranteed contracts. Like, they can speak out and still get paid. You can't cut them. In the NFL, you can get cut and not get paid. So it's hard for them to speak out on certain situations, and they don't have that. They don't have that fallback like the NBA do. Like, you can't cut LeBron; he already paid. You can't cut AD; he already even a worst player on that bench is basically already paid.
I like that point, but I'm gonna challenge you a little bit more. Like, if they all come together with the stature they have,
make them force them.
They're gonna have to do it. But all the NFL players, I know it's more players in football and like the contract. I'm aware of that. You're right. That's a good point.
Make more.
But if all of them come together, like they come to see them players, them the marquee players, you know what I mean? Yeah. If them boys not there,
they're not finna make
they gotta come together though. Like basketball, they came together. They sat down, they had it's a different environment, you know, there's less people, but they came together. If them boys come together, and think about this now, Tom Brady loves Antonio Brown. You know, if Tom Brady, you know, if he behind Antonio Brown 100%, hey, let's do this right here, you know. And like, you know, these white quarterbacks, you know, not throwing salt into the wound, but actually trying to help. And if that's your brother and you go on the field with him, that's gonna help. It's gonna help it. You know, because like in football, them rich white owners, man, they
for themselves.
They're for themselves, yeah, man.
The only reason why they even recognize the Colin Kaepernick thing, you know, because they were losing out on so much money.
Exactly,
already. That's the only reason why they acknowledge now the Colin Kaepernick. You know, we understand where you stand and stuff.
Even with that, it's not. It's still twisted. But think about it. Nobody came to. Think about the people that came and stood behind Kaepernick. That's what I'm trying to like. That money situation with them is like that because. Cam like Kaepernick, Kyler Murray like him, Julio Jones like him, but that money, they don't. It's not guaranteed for them, so it's hard for them to step behind that and be like, you know what?
But who stepped behind him, Eric? Who came behind Kaepernick to kind of help him out though?
Eric Reed. But his but no.
But I'm saying, imagine if I'm saying the caliber of players. You know what I mean? I'm saying I get the point. But if all them caliber players, big time people come,
all it takes, and then not to single out one NFL star.
Yeah.
All it takes is a Lamar Jackson. Cause I don't care what nobody say. Ravens are not cutting him. He's one of the best. He's a
Patrick Mahomes. This man half a billion. You know what I mean? Like
all it takes is a Russell Wilson. They're not getting cut. Russell Wilson just said he don't like his team all season, and they still didn't cut him. Like so, he's not getting cut.
And he told him at the list of who he thinking.
Yeah. I'm just saying they come as a group. I know 5 can't do it, 10 can't do it. They got to come as a group. That's just one thing I have out there. And like with me, like. We can deliberate about it all. It's different points of view. But I like how the basketball move they helped out. I mean,
Yeah,
I like how that went.
like I said, it's definitely to that point. I do believe they should do it. I believe certain athletes should want to stand up and do it, but I just think that the football thing is basically like I said, in the quote Chad, is basically like the good old boy shit. Like when you step out of line in the NFL, they get you back in line. Like there is no, like they come down. That's what they talk about. Like it's like that for them. Like it's like I said, at the end of the day, we would love to see Lamar Jackson them, do certain things, but they don't do Lamar Jackson like that because of how he is. Like Lamar Jackson is a real Broward County man. Like any Broward County, that's like he's straight out of Broward County. Like that's what he is. So like if he do it, it's more understandable. But like I said, they don't really touch on them subjects.
If we regular guys and they good old boy us pretty much like that, they put us in confined, and they NFL players and they getting that same box in that you were talking about earlier. And they got that statute, bro. Something gotta change.
Something gotta change.
If Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, if they in that same box as us in the sense, ain't no way, bro. I mean, I mean, like, my life is just valued there. Is what I'm saying, But the statute, like, the height that they have and what they do, like, bro, like they shouldn't, they still in the same box when they doing bringing this franchise all this money and they're doing it for the community. But what they do a lot of stuff for the community, like
when you get pulled over, all that go out the window. As soon as you get pulled over, come on, bro. Who you are again? I don't know you is. Get the car.
It's definitely
own this car.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I feel like they should do. But I mean, like I said, I understand why the NFL don't step up as much. Is because of that. They money not guaranteed. So that's why you don't see as much as them out there like the NBA is because of that. Bro. Like that money situation for them is terrible.
One idea I just think the work is, and I've always said this has always been my stance, as far as black people as a whole, getting the respect we deserve, getting the fair treatment we deserve as citizens who not only live here but help build this country. A big portion of all the free labor that we gave them for years is that we as a people, before we go and argue this, argue that, we got to come together. We still kind of. We're still kind of have division within ourselves. We got some people who might be too far this way, and others that might be too far this way, or others in the middle that really just don't care. It's going to take all of us coming together, just like you said about the player. Us as black people, the regular everyday people, we got to come together. We got to get on the same page.
Support each other. Like
support each other.
If we start giving them our money and stuff like that, like you said, a black-owned business, stuff like that, and that type of domino effect, supporting each other in many different ways.
We gotta support each other, bro.
I like what you said, Joe. But one little thing I gotta say is that the first step that we gotta take in general is just admitting that when we're wrong. Admit when we're wrong. That's the only way we can fix anything, by admitting you're wrong. Instead of covering up this, that, oh no, I think it was, justifying your reason for stuff. Just admitting we're wrong, like, my officer didn't take the right protocol. This is what we're gonna do in the future to, and actually see it engage in action. That's the only way we'll gain some trust. Like, okay, they're actually working on something. Let's not be so hostile towards them when they pull us over now. You see they working on something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give leeway. We gotta see progress.
It got to be a police reform in some form too. Like they got to I don't know all the ins and outs and everything, but what's working, what's going on now is not working. So they have to come to some.
Shit ain't been working.
They got to come to some means of,
hell, they need to have a meeting.
All the big dogs and trainings, man, you can never do enough training. You can never learn, and they might step in our shoes and see how we feel. I think if they see what we come from, or what we deal with, that psyche might get to them a little bit more. Like, this is what they deal with. This is try to step in our shoes for a little bit.
You got to see the other side. Of it. We always say that. You got to see the other side of it. So and that takes time on both sides, right? We got to see from that point.
But if you're scared of the police, don't do it. Right. It's not. That's part of the problem. You're scared, don't do it.
If you're scared, I don't think you should do it. But if you are in that job, right? I'm always a person that say, okay, I do understand, right? Like I can kind of equate it to my career, right? Like if I'm deployed or something, right? Like Mike, he's deployed before, right? He'll probably tell you like, hey, there are times you're scared to lose your life or you don't know. Like, I get it. I do see that portion of it. But at the end of the day, though, what it comes down to is I can be scared, I can be nervous, but my first instinct
It's to kill someone.
is to kill. Is not to kill somebody, not in the slightest. So what goes with that is training, different things like that. You know, rules of
psyche.
engagement. That's something
mental, like,
we
you
have in the
know,
military.
when you put in that
Rules of
situation, just, you know, when I ain't thinking, you just, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that we gonna cut it, man. You know, I appreciate y'all, boy. I love the conversation, man.
Yeah.
I love this.
All love, all love, all love, all love.
Oh, it's good right
I
here.
love this. It's great, man. You know, TrillTwar. Like Trigger Mike ain't here, but he, like, my boy helped me out. I say with the jersey, man. With my dad's birthday, yo.
Hey, dude, definitely big shout out to my man Joe. We ain't seen Joe.
We ain't seen Joel in a minute, bro.
Hey, pop out, man. I surprised all of them.
Special
honestly.
guest, man. We got something for y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned and, you know, work with us, man. You never know we got in the work for you.
I've been serving my country.
Yeah.
Honorably. Shout out to Lieutenant Nazari.
We got something new for y'all every time, so stay tuned.
That's it. It's JJ, man. We out.
Big E, we out of here.
360.
TrillTwar.
Yeah, Geno, what you did it with this one?